He's the man they call the Dark Destroyer on the ITV quiz show The Chase.
Shaun Wallace is here. Welcome, Shaun.
Morning.
Now,
Good
you've
morning.
written this book, Chasing the Dream.
Correct.
It's a cracking read, but the best bit in it involves me.
Absolutely. Yeah, brilliant.
And
He's like this with every index. Where am I? Where am I?
You
Which
won,
page am I
you
on?
won Mastermind, and you're clearly a genius, but I was editor of the Daily Mirror, and we entered the River Cafe quiz, which
That's
is like
correct.
the most important quiz in London.
Yeah.
Everyone goes, Paxman, Fry, you name it, they're all there. All take it terribly seriously. And I had a Daily Mirror team, and I got you in as a ringer.
That's
Took me
right.
a long time to persuade you.
You did, that's
But I
right.
got you in. None of them knew who you were,
No.
except they soon found out that you knew the answer to absolutely everything.
You take up the story, Shaun.
Well, what happened, I got a phone call. It said, are you Shaun Wallace? And he said, yeah. He goes, Piers Morgan. I said, what, Piers Morgan from the Mirror? He goes, yeah. I said, anyway, what do you want? So he spent about 40 seconds persuading me, and once he asked me to actually come on the quiz, I didn't hesitate.
It was hilarious, and it went down like a cup of cold sick.
It did.
And we won.
We certainly did.
They're all booing, but we
Yeah.
had a great time.
We had a
didn't
fantastic time.
What it showed me was you have the most extraordinary mind. One of the most extraordinary minds I've ever met.
Sponge.
How do you categorise and describe your own brain? Because it is so extraordinary.
You know, I'm no cleverer than anybody in this room. If you've got an interest in something, you're going to remember it. It's simple as that. And as a little kid, I've always had that sort of interest in sort of, learning things.
But your interest is so wide.
Except for soaps.
Right.
I've been caught out on the chase loads of times. I remember I lost £50,000 when they asked me what colour's Marge Simpson's hair. Now, if you've never watched The Simpsons, you're not going to know.
What did you guess?
I said orange, blue, and I said orange.
And it's blue,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
So you had a 50-50 chance.
But you say everyone can do this, Shaun. They can't. Otherwise, everyone would be doing
You
it.
could, you've got to find a time and a sort of interest to actually do it. So I'm genuine when I say that anybody can do what I do.
But do you not? You say you're no cleverer, but you must have a phenomenal memory. And
Because
I
I'm
just
interested.
find that my memory is just collapsing.
You'll be surprised what you've forgotten. That's all I can simply say. The difference between you and I suppose, and me and my fellow chasers is that we're professional quizzers. And remember, I'm a trained barrister. So I'm taught to research, I'm taught to actually, think on my feet.
I'm a professional journalist, and I'm taught to research and think on my feet as well. But you do have an extraordinary memory. It's funny you said that about being a barrister. You wanted to be in the legal profession from a very young age.
Ever since I was 11 years old, yeah.
You were told by your teachers you weren't going to amount to anything.
Yeah. Well, educational standards were different 40 years ago than they were today. I mean, they had low expectations of what black people could achieve. The best they thought that black males could achieve was either driving buses or at the end, working in factories. But I always wanted to be a lawyer because I was fascinated by programmes like Crown Court, Petrocelli.
Right.
And my biggest legal heroes was John Mortimer,
Yes.
George Carman. So I looked up to those.
John Mortimer was at the River Cafe quiz.
He was, and it was one of the greatest honours for me to actually meet
It was.
him.
Same for me. He was an amazing guy. It's an amazing read, your book, because you came from, not much. You had a dream to be a barrister. It's an unlikely dream for a man in your position at the time, a young man. You got that dream. You're now a major television personality. It's an amazing story,
the
amazing
world.
journey you've been on.
It is, but the reason why it's called Chasing the Dream, because I want people to realise that, firstly, it's not been easy for me in terms of the journey I've taken, and I've had my setbacks. But the key is perseverance and not allow any setbacks in your life to actually stunt your growth. But it's called Chasing the Dream for one particular reason, that no matter what success you achieve in life, you can't stop growing.
Totally agree. And also, my grandmother gave me a postcard with "Ambition knows no bounds" on it, with a hippopotamus flying with a flock of seagulls. It's still on my desk. There's no limit to ambition.
Exactly.
No limit to dreams. Chasing the dream. It is a dream come true.
Yeah.
Great to see you again, mate.
Cheers,
And
thank you.
So
we had a lot of laughs.
sweet.
Thanks again for the River Cafe.
Cheers, thank you.
It's one of my
Absolutely
favourite moments. Seeing Paxman's screwed up face when we beat him was delightful.